how you doing? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a great week. It's a bit grey today, isn't it? I thought I'd come on a bit earlier and just wait for everyone to come on. Me and my little Sydney have been making our own YouTube videos this morning. I've decided to do a whole children's art and craft thing as well as this. So if you do have children, please subscribe as well to my YouTube account. Hi Patricia, hope you're doing really well. Today, basically, what's happening is, hi Joe, you okay sweetheart? Hope you're feeling good. On my subscription box, I do a monthly subscription. Basically, you pay either pay as you go. Hi Anita, hope you're well. Hi Angie, are you all right, sweetheart? Hi Jane. So basically, I do a monthly subscription box, 5 projects, everything included that you need. Hi Jane, hi Elizabeth, hi Edalicious, how you doing, Marisou? Yeah, so I do this subscription box. So you get 5 projects included, all the tools required, everything you need. Hi Emma! Yeah, I know it's afternoon, Ed. I'm really well, still in bed. Oh, bless you, watching from hospital. Get well soon. So I do a subscription box anyway, so it's £15 per month, so it's really, really cost effective, and it is really, really popular. And it's at limited boxes already for next month. You pay the previous month for the following month, and you get it delivered the first week of the month. And the project that I've been posting that we did was the beautiful plant pot from Tattered, which was available in this month's subscription. So I'm going to go back to basics with that, and I want to show you. I've had lots of people contact me about that because obviously I have a limited amount of subscribers for my monthly subscription box. So because of that, lots of people wanted it, but I couldn't actually prevail. I couldn't make enough within the time. So if you are a subscriber and you haven't paid up for your 6 months in front and you are paying as you go each month, I do advise you to buy it as quick as you can, okay? We're already at limited boxes for June. Right, okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to create a card using this beautiful darling little plant pot. Now, I did have my glues, I've just seen, I've popped them over there, I'll go and get them. You're going to need some red liner tape for this. And if you've bought the plant pot die collection already, then you'll be ready to go. Hiya, Helen. Oh, how's my darling? I miss my craft sisters so much. Really, really hard. But hopefully things will be progressing and things will go back to normal soon. So I'm also using some beautiful papers. Check these out. Hiya, Shell Bell. How you doing, sweetheart? Are you all right? So we're going to make, first things first, that beautiful little plant pot. And I've just noticed that I've lost the top of it. It doesn't matter. I can make another one. Yes, I can. Hi, Sue. Hi, Joy. Hope you're all doing really well. So I've already got this already, which is the template. Connect. Oh, there we go. We're back again. I don't know what's going on with the internet today. So this is what I'm starting with my plant pot. So this is a die cut. You can cut it out, ready to go, super, super easy. I do suggest you use red liner tape or you glue it and pin it to keep it nice and sturdy. So I'm going to need 2 pieces of red liner tape. Hello Doris, the cat's come in. She's come to see us. Hope everyone's doing all right today. So first things first, I'm going to use this red liner tape just on that edge. Super simple. And also on the bottom you've got this little tab. I'm going to pop that on as well. Now this die is available to buy either through Create and Craft or at Tattered Direct. So it's up to you. It's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. But I do seem to have lost, oh it might be in here actually. That's where my other bits are. No. Doris, have you had that away? You never know. So, like I was saying, this morning, me and my little Sydney John, bless him, he's only 5, we was doing shaving foam painting and we've uploaded it to YouTube, so we're going to do our own kids range of videos as well as adults. So now what I'm going to do is I've taped that pot, I've put red liner tape down that side, red liner tape just on that tab. I'm going to take a paintbrush and I'm just going to sculpt it round. Okay, so as that comes round now, that will fit beautifully on that very gorgeous edge. So I have to be quite mindful because I can see my cat climbing, slightly concerned. Doris, get down please. Oh, she's a monkey. Okay, so now I'm just pulling that tab up as well from the bottom to secure. Now I'm thinking to myself, why didn't I just use glue? Why do I try and put tape on? So we have this. Next we have a piece that goes along the top, which is going to be our beautiful sort of finish, if you like, that plant pot top. And I did have the piece die cut already, but as you can see, we've lost it, haven't we, Doris? So I don't know what's happened there, but that's fine, because all you need to do is have a flat piece like this. That's all you need, with a tiny little bit of glue. Just, Doris, don't jump on the table. Oh, sorry, the cat keeps jumping on the table. So I'm just applying it literally like so. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to pop that one on top and adhere it from the back. I quite like using foam pads on this little bit because what it does, it also brings that lip, if you like, of the pot more forward. Oh, hiya, fantastic. I hope I'm really well, Andrew. Thank you. Hi, Kieran. How are you doing, sweetheart? This is a young man that I used to teach at a school many years ago, and now I know that he's 18, which is kind of scary. But it's wonderful that you're watching. Thank you. And I hope it's so wonderful to hear about your health news as well. Really, really pleased for you. Okay, so now this is my plant pot so far. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that that's stuck in nice and tight. Next thing I'm going to take is some texture acrylic paste from Stamps by Me. Okay, hi Susie. Oh, my brother's watching as well. Everyone's watching today. How lovely. I thought you'd all be online doing your tax returns and whatnot. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn that round now. I'm just adhering that together, that bottom piece, and then I've got that beautiful lid. So I'm going to take some texture acrylic paste by Stamps by Me. I'm simply going to use my finger, which isn't always a good idea because I haven't got anything to wipe it on, but we'll go with it anyway. So texture paste is almost grainy. It's really thick, really, oh, it's just gorgeous stuff. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn you around now so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Xander's watching. Hiya, Xander, beautiful boy. Missed you. Auntie Carly hasn't seen you for ages. So I'm going to get my texture paste. I'm pulling it from the edges, and can you see how gritty it is? Oh, it's brilliant stuff. I love texture paste, not only to go through stencils, but also to give projects just that, I don't know, just that layer, just that shabby chicness that it needs. So now I'm just going around them edges, a little bit on the bottom. Make sure that bit's right. There we go. A bit more up there, and then a bit around on the bottom here. Can you see that? Lovely. So I'm going to just pick up a little bit more, just take that edge, bring that round, tiny little bit just on that edge like so. So now what I'm doing is I'm not covering the whole of the pot, but I'm making sure I've got it's almost like a brush line. You know, like how you would with a brush, you get that brush stroke. You get that line. Perfection. There we go, I'm happy with that. Right, so now I've got mucky hands. I'll just be getting rid of that, like so. And I'm just gonna make sure that that is stuck properly. So I'm just gonna hold that for a second and we will start putting our card together. So I've gone for a plain 6x6 card. Look how adorable this paper is. This is stories available at Create and Craft. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. So now I'm just going to pop my pot to the side to dry, and we can start layering up our card. So I've got this beautiful decorative paper. I'm just using a tape runner. Obviously use whatever medium you prefer. 10th fold card, decorative paper on the top, like so. Next one that I'm going to do is I'm also going to add a layer, just a small layer. So I'm just going to rip this a tiny bit, and I'm going to add this to here like so. So I just need to trim that down slightly. There we go. And then I will just add that to the centre. Gorgeous. And I made this paper. It's here. This is just simple, using a script stamp on white cardstock. Right, so this is our base. Now what I've done is I've taken a beautiful frame, absolutely gorgeous, and I'm just going to offset that slightly to the side to make it more interesting. What I've done is I didn't have thick foam tape. I found it now, obviously, but I didn't have it earlier. So what I did is I've just double layered the tape to create the thickness that I want. So I'm just going to make sure none of that is showing through, and then I'm just going to offset that frame just like so. Next I'm going to take some tiny, this is just this backing paper, and I've just simply cut into it to create beautiful banners. So a little bit of glue. My first one's going to go at the top here, just like so. Then I'm going to alternate it, so I'm going to do the reverse of the colour. That's why it's great, these papers, because they're double-sided. And I'm just going to place that one there. Then another bit of glue, and I'm just going to slightly offset that like so. I've also got a smaller one here that I've cut rather than just downwards, horizontal, that I'm just going to place here like so. So now let's move on. I've got my sentiment: share your beauty with the world. Oh yeah, always, always, always. So now I'm just going to turn that over. This is a beautiful paper collection to work with, and I think it's one of them collections, Simple Stories it's called, that when you start using it, oh, you love it. I'd buy 2 if I was you, because if you're like me, there'll be too many in there that you can't cut up because they're too pretty. So I'm just going to place my sentiment on my extra thick foam tape, double layered with a mat of yellow behind. So now I'm just going to sit this just on that line, but I'm just going to tilt it ever so slightly. Okay, so there is your build up. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to my pot. Lovely bit of thick foam on the back there, like so. Mine's not completely dry, so I do suggest that you allow it to dry properly. And I'm just going to place that on the side, just like so. Next, what I've got is an absolute oodles of die cuts. So I'm just going to add a little bit of wet glue to my mat, and I'm going to start building up this. So this is a beautiful fern. This is from Floral Oasis from Tattered Lace, and I'm just going to place it just inside, but still enough to show. Okay, then I'm going on to another beautiful die cut. This is from Rose Mirror Card, and I do believe this is a Craft Buddy die. So I'm just going to place that up there, just like so. The glue that I'm using today is bookbinding glue. It's the best. That's it. It's so much easier. If you're doing mixed media work, it just dries beautifully. It just says what it does on the tin, really. So now I'm going to slightly just tuck that in and manipulate that round to make it look more realistic. Okay. Then this one, this is another die cut, again from the Floral Oasis collection. I'm actually going to glue it from the front, and I'm going to place it right in the front of that gorgeous little pot. she says. Stay. See, this is the beauty of bookbinding glue, is that it dries really quickly, which is fabulous. There we go. So now what I've done is I've just got a collection of mulberry paper roses. I'm just going to sort of arrange them, if you like, and then I'm just going to pull up that stem twist. Nice and easy. Then I've got a piece of foam that I'm just going to use to adhere that into position, just like so, and then poke that into the bottom. There we go. Then I've got a larger silk rose flower. Again, add that foam, and we'll just move that over ever so slightly to fit that in. Next, I've got some beautiful butterflies, and we're going to add these in as well. So let's have a look. I think that, yes, that should go that way. I love talking to my projects. Brilliant. So now foam tape again on the reverse of the little butterflies. Make sure you give them a little squidge to make them more 3D. Making sure you can't see the foam from the reverse. Add there. Then I'm going for one more just down here on the pot. So again, pick it up, just manipulate it, sculpt it, make it more 3D. Add it to the pot. There we go. Right, hiya. Hiya Anne, hiya Beryl, hiya Claire. There we go. That's how you can create a 3D pot plant on your cards. So easy, isn't it? It's so much fun to do. Okay, next project that we're going to be doing today, I will take close-up photos of all of these as well, so you'll be able to see them later as well. Now, I've got two more projects to do. First project, again, using the Simple Stories paper. You can tell that I'm addicted to them. Yes, I love them. They're brilliant. That's beautiful. Thank you, Sue. I hope you really like it. So yeah, that was one of the projects that was in the subscription for last month. This month I've got another amazing diverse collection. Every single project is completely different. It teaches you to push you out of your comfort zone. Also what it does is, thank you Anne, I'm glad that you like that card. Also what it does is it teaches you new techniques, maybe things that you haven't tried before. Maybe you tend to be just a paper crafter where everything's die cut for you, everything's done for you. And then you just place it together. With what I do is along those lines a little bit, but we do a lot of diverse and different techniques. Okay, the next project that I'm going to do today again is with the Simple Stories paper, but tiny bit different this time because we're going to use a bit of book paper and some watercolour paints. So let's have a look. First of all, I've taken this, oh how lush is that paper. I love it, it's so pretty. This is the Simple Stories paper collection again. 5x7 pads you get it in. It's just so good. Right, let me turn you around so you can see what I'm doing. So instead of 10 fold, it's just side opening as usual. Our usual card. So I'm just going to place that on there. Next what I'm going to do is I've already taken a little bit of book paper, but I'm just going to rip it slightly. Always check your words. There's nothing worse than if you come back and then you realise it's got a swear word on. It's not fun. So then again, this time I'm going to go a piece down there and a little piece up there. Just add bookbinding glue. This could be wet glue though, whatever glue you've got. And I'm just popping that just there. Don't worry about the excess at the moment. I will take that off in just a second, because you're always best to get the actual bits on, and then we'll cut the excess off. So just like so. Now from the reverse of the card, cut it. This just gives you a much cleaner cut. Like so. we're going to do is I've got some other pieces here that I'm also going to add in, and I'm going to rip them as well. You know me, I love the ripping technique. I just think it just looks beautiful. Some people prefer straight lines. It's not my thing. I don't know why, but it is. So now I'm just going to tap that into that wet glue, and I'm just placing it slightly higher because I don't want to lose this detail, but I still want that in there. So next I'm going back onto this, and I'm just going to add a little bit more of the ripped detail at the bottom. So now just get it into that wet glue, and again, if there's any excess, oh no, we're okay. I'm not going to cut it off. Okay, so now what I got is my sentiments here as well. I am thankful, which I am going to pop here and here, but first of all, I'm just going to take a little wet brush with some ink. So here's my palette. It's not particularly clean today, but when is it? And I'm just going to go in. This is just watercolour. You can use watercolour concentrates. You can use whatever you prefer, really. So now I'm just picking up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet, like so. So again, just up here, lines, just small, thin lines. I mean, this is a square cut brush, very fine. Now I'm going back over with the water. Help blend that out slightly. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up a little bit of that red, a little bit of that orange, a tiny bit of yellow. And basically what we're doing is, rather than completing the colour, we're going from the edge and we're flicking it in. Just flick that colour in. So right to the edge, flick it in. Make sure you've got a nice wet brush, otherwise you'll struggle to get the lines. Oh yeah, look how vibrant that is. Beautiful. I'm just going to exaggerate that little bit of colour on there, tiny bit on there, on there. So now I'm going to take my foam pads and add on my sentiment. So the first one says, I am. I am, I am, I am. And I'm going to place that up there. Next one, thankful, always. Just like so. There we go. And then the final piece is I just have a small little butterfly cut from the paper collection. And I'm just going to sit that behind. But I am going to bring those wings up. Just a little tad. There we go. And then add that back in perfectly. There we go. Right, hiya, Crafty Simon watching. Hiya Mia, hope you're doing okay. So there we go. So the two projects we've made today already is the flower pot, then also using book paper, multiple layers. But of course, I will be definitely taking photos of these and showing you them later. Right, last project for today. I know I'm squeezing them in today, aren't I? I thought I would do a bit of painting. Now, if you're an Imala fan, go over to the Stamps by Me website because they've got their craft sale on. Now, usually what it is, if you're a member, but they have special prices on there. So a £16.99 stamp, for instance, is down to like £8, and especially if you love the ones that we had previously, you will love that. Don't think that Imala has finished. No, I have got so much more to bring. We've got paper collections, we've got stencils coming this year, and of course new stamp collections. I'm actually on Imala 16, even though we've only done 8 collections. So don't worry, they will be coming soon. So the thing that I've stamped first of all is one of our beautiful Imala stamps. This is birds, absolutely beautiful, and we're going to do some painting to create the backgrounds. Now there's lots of different ways. You can do ombres, you can do ink panels, you can do layers, you can do many different ideas. But today, I think we should just enjoy ourselves and have a little paint, don't you think? So let me turn you around and we will start the project. Okay, can I just check that you're in the right place? Let me bring up, there we go, there, it's okay. Yeah, maybe, there we go, right. So first things first, I'm going to take a really, this is with stays on there, so I know it's not going to go anywhere. And also I'm using quite thick, this is like 450 GSM card. So I just first of all want to wet my cardstock to get them layers. Then using the same brush, I'm going in much lighter blue here, much lighter, as you can see, and I'm just going to pull that across. There we go. Now, always make your top edges slightly darker, because then that draws your attention down to the imagery. Next I'm going in with a little bit of pink, so let me just grab my Hemi crayons. Here we go, and I'm going to go in just in here, just with a little touch of pink. There we go, so if we make it really wet, oh, where did that yellow come from? That's alright, we can fix it. So picking up that pink with a little touch of lilac, and you're just pushing that colour away. So now I'm coming into more orangey. You can see how you can just blend those colours away. There we go. Okay, so now I'm coming into a redder colour, more sort of crimsony, and then blend it up. And again, like we did before at the top, make sure you have those darker edges, because it almost frames it. Okay, we come back in here with some more colour. Always wash your brush in between. Just gonna make that a bit heavier. Beautiful. Right, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ink pads, but I do need to dry this first. So I'm just quickly going to plug in my heat gun, which I should have done already. Okay. There we go, and then we can start drying off some of this colour. Sorry if you can see me leaning. I was trying to get my daubers. Right. Okay, nice and dry. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this beautiful light blue, this is the tumbled glass, I'm going to put a fresh dauber on, pick up that colour, okay, pop that down and just melt it in. There we go. Now on the bottom, I'm going to go for some tattered rose. Just at the bottom here, tiny bit of the tattered rose. I'm just going to use a scrap piece of paper to lean on because I really don't want to pull that colour away. So I'm just pulling it up. Nice and simple, just to deepen that pink on the bottom. There we go. So let's turn that round, heat set. So now I'm going to go back into that blue that I had and make a real thick, a really light wash with it. Can you see that? And now what I've done is I've picked up my fan brush as well, and we are just going to tap over the top. Then on the bottom area, I'm going to take a bit of a mixture, and we are going to tap that as well. Now, what you can do as well is you can just take colour off. Can you see that? If you just use a piece of scrap, and then you're just pulling that colour away. Where's my pink dauber? And you can see how that just melts away, that colour. I'm also going to go in with a yellow. This is quite high pigment yellow. This is Stamps by Me pigment yellow. But I want to make it quite light, and then I'm just going over the middle with that. Heat set. Okay, so now I'm going to use some acrylic sprays. I've got the gold and the twinkle, and you can see all that beautiful micra at the bottom. You give them a good old swish. Swish. I'm just going to spray over the card. There we go. Now the beauty of this as well, if I take a dry brush, this is just my dry 2-inch. There we go. Much, much prettier. So to finish off, I think I will just do a tiny little bit of detail painting on the birds. So back in, I'm going to pick up some of this beautiful, it's almost like a cobalt blue. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm just going to fill a little bit of that colour in. And see how using that blue just brings it beautifully together. So final piece here. And this is just watercolour I'm using. Even though I've used acrylic, I've used sprays, I've used watercolour ink and ink pads, you can still apply more layers over the top. So there we go. Tiny little bit of artwork for today as well. So the 3 projects we've created today is this, the painting. Can you see how iridescent that is as well? We've got a beautiful card, super simple, multiple layering, just using them layers, them rips. And of course, the pop card as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed the Facebook Live. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course we do have our Crafty Army subscription that is available every month. The first week of every month is available to buy now. Pop along to my blog, Carly Duff Creations. You can buy it from there as well, the subscription. Also I'm on Pinterest, and of course the Crafty Army page that we have on Facebook. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me today, and take care, and I will see you Friday. See you later. Bye.